Good day, welcome to the channel, Dan's Therapy channel. As you know, this channel's therapy for me and therapy for you too if you want it to be. Today I'm going to do a wee bit of work on the Jeep Wrangler. Today I'm going to fit a fuel filter, and I've not fitted one to the Jeep. It was fitted when I first got this Jeep. It was serviced, you know, a couple of times, and I started doing it myself once the warranty. It's 2014. So I've never changed the fuel filter on it before. I thought I had until I realised the fuel filter was under the car. So this is a Ryco one, not that I'm sponsored by them, but the Ryco one, it's a Z967, as you can see on here. So with this being the 2.8 CRD diesel, it has a fuel filter and it has this tap on the bottom here. Make sure it's tight when you put it on. Now this tap is for draining water out, because diesel fuel can pick up moisture, and through time with the diesel rushing through this filter, it can separate the moisture from the diesel, which is a good thing because you don't want moisture getting into the cylinders. And because water's heavier than the diesel, the water sits in the bottom of the filter. So sometimes it can be worthwhile, maybe every 2 or 3 months, just open this tap and see if water comes out. If it does, let it run until it changes to diesel and switch it off, and you've cleaned the water out your filter. I've never done that, but that option's here for it. So when you screw this filter on, make sure that's on tight. Inside this filter, it's a paper element, just like your oil filter. So it traps any particles, any dirt that happens to be in your fuel, which is a good thing again, because the injectors on this are very expensive injectors, and you don't want to have to be changing them. And if shit gets through your filter into the injectors, it can clog them up, and then you have to get them cleaned, repaired, maybe replaced, whatever. So it's worth keeping your filter clean. My advice would be to do it on a yearly basis, you know. Like with the Jeep Wrangler, I change oil every 5,000 kilometres. Some say that's crazy, that's too soon, but it's not with a diesel, and I'll explain that when I do the next service. But your fuel filter, do it every year. It doesn't cost that much. It's 60 bucks, 70 bucks for a fuel filter. 70 bucks is a lot cheaper than having to do some repairs on your fuel system on your 2.8 CRD. It's a well worth investment. So if you've not done your fuel filter, get it done. It's worth doing. I'm going to do it. It's the first time I've done it on this, so it's a bit of a learning curve for all of us. So anyway, I've got a basin to put underneath it in case I spill diesel, and I'll need some sockets. So anyway, let's go for it. So when you get down by the side of your Jeep and just have a look under the driver's door, you should be able to see this bit here. Whoops. There's just this bit hangs down. And there's a hole there. Now that bit there is for draining the water out your filter. You can get your hand up the back of it and drain it. But in order to get the filter out, I think we have to take that plate off. I don't think it'll screw down enough without the plate off to change it. Anyway, I'll have a look at that. So there's 2 bolts under here. There's one here. I don't know if I hate to take this bar right off as well. I'm not sure, but we'll remove these one anyway. They're a 19, so come on. See off. The whole thing's on this plate. So There it is. Now, I'll just show you better. So, here is your filter. It's stuck into this bracket here, so I'll try and get this off. Now, I just noticed there's been a wee leak from this, which ain't very clever. The bolt from the other side. There's 113 and the other one at the other side. Hang on, I'll need to take this plug off. There, that's better. And that'll swivel around like that. So here's the plug at the bottom. This plug's different. This has got a thing on it which tells you whether there's water in the filter. I can't believe that it's leaking. However, so there's a couple of plugs. I don't know if you can see them or no. So there's a couple of plugs at the top end to unclip. A blue one and Jesus, this one when it comes off. Oh yeah, a wee squeeze and it pulls out. Although I've not got much grip in my hands. Hang on, camera's in my way. So I'm going to run the plug at the bottom here to see where it fits in the other filter. And then, where's the new filter? I'll just go and get the new filter. So here's the new filter. So I've took the plug out the bottom and I'll use this plug because this plug's got the device on it, and I'll just tighten that up. And that should be that done. Now, wee bit oil. I'll get a wee bit oil, put it on that gasket, and then we'll put it in. Alright, so here we are. One filter. We'll get this off. That was slack. No wonder it was leaking. This is like doing an oil filter. Oops, when you take the old one off, make sure the rubber ring's still on there. And the new one, that's clean enough. The new one, what I've done is, I didn't have a bit of oil at hand, I had a bit of grease, so I've just rubbed very, very fine coating of grease onto this rubber seal, as soon as it tightens up. And then we'll, oh, shite, and then we'll put that on. As quick as possible. Oh, there we go. Then we can put our plugs back on. So that'll be, oh, we were around again. Oh, aye. So that'll be this one. That was a bugger, but that's it on. Instead of what we've got to watch, they put any wires. Then this one on. Don't worry about diesel being on these switches because diesel cleans better than any cleaner. Right, I'm going to get a cloth, clean up, and then we'll get the filter back in the bracket. At least this one's not going to be leaking, eh? So, can move that out of the way now and give this a good clean and dry off. Lovely. Lovely. And if you give it a good dry off, then if it is leaking, you'll see it easy. Like that. And then screw that back on. Then take this and look for the cable that this plugs into, and that'll be up here. And then this just lifts up into place. Like that. Put all your wee bolts in. And this one. Change your socket. Where did my socket go? There it is. And we'll just and that is how it goes. Now what I'll do now is I'll need to clean this up a wee bit. There's been a wee bit of spillage. I'm going to clean all this up with brake cleaner anywhere where there's diesel being spilt, and then that way when I take it for a run, what I can do is come back, check it, make sure that there's no leaks. So I'll go and get my brake cleaner. There, that's it all done. Nicely cleaned up. And also the ground. You're wondering what to use? Brake cleaner. That's the best stuff to clean up this, to clean up oil on the ground that you spill. Brake cleaner every time, because it lifts all the oil, the grease, and it dries so quick. So what we'll do is jump in the Jeep, start it up. We'll prime that filter, get it full, and then we'll start her up and see how she goes. So I'll let it prime the filter. That's it, I think. And we'll try start it. I think it's self-priming, so if there's any air in it, it gets out itself. No bad. That's better. So I'll just let that run for a minute, and then I'm going for a drink, and then I'll come back out and we'll have a look at that filter. We'll see if it's leaking or whether it's sealed up. I think it'll be sealed up pretty fine. So, but I'll leave it running for a minute anyway, just to make sure, because you never know. Going in to get a drink. Back in a sec. Isn't that a lovely running wee engine? 2.8 litre common rail. Lovely. Right. So she's been running a good 10 minutes. So I'll switch her off. So that turbo slow down. And There. And we'll have a wee look underneath and we'll see if there's anything. Nothing leaking, nothing dripping, nothing seeping, nothing on the floor. That's good. That's good. Glad about that. So that was a success. So next on the Jeep, I've got the oil and filter to do. That'll be coming up. I've got the transmission fluid and filter to change. That'll be another one coming up. And transfer case to empty and replace, and the front and the rear diff. So I've got all the stuff for that, so it's just a matter of getting the time to do it. For those of you that watch the channel all the time, I've got another project coming in, so that'll be a nice surprise. That should be coming in, what day is this? Thursday? Might come in tomorrow. Anyway, as soon as it comes in, I'll make a video checking it over and see what it needs. And it's just a small car this time, a wee hot hatch, so that'll be different. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you like this sort of thing, if you want to subscribe, doesn't cost anything, just click the button subscribe. You can get notifications if you want. And yeah, and that's it for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later. Bye just now.